Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Eric Voss, and Ant-Man and the Wasp: QUANTUMANIA is creating new questions of logic and physics that will not be able to be settled by putting quantum in front of everything. We're now in our final throes of the film's marketing life cycle, with daily promos teasing different snippets of the movie, some more spoilery than others, but thankfully for this movie, nothing really that earlier trailers haven't shown us, but one recurring focus has been on Giant Scott rampaging through the quantum realm, leading to the question, if the quantum realm is located between atoms accessed by shrinking smaller and smaller and smaller, how is Scott able to resize to be larger relative to this quantum realm city so easily? Is he able to control his resizing by just the tiniest increments? Like to enlarge by 0.00001 nanometer? Is his resizing proportional to the size of whatever his current surroundings are? If he were to hold the resizing button for too long, would he grow too big and crush these cities? Why is it Marvel's Ant-Man movies that create the biggest plot holes? Well, I'm gonna break down QUANTUMANIA's new PIM tech logic, because actually the answer to this question takes us to even crazier places. And speaking of going to crazier places, a reminder to subscribe to our new channel, The Deep Dive, where you'll be able to see my live breakdown of QUANTUMANIA the morning of February 17th. Ask me all your questions in real time as I take you behind the scenes of my insanity. Okay, in the past week, we got a new QUANTUMANIA promo that showed Scott going full Godzilla on the quantum realm city. Oh, our big boy's mad. Another promo shows Scott sizing up suddenly to grapple with a glowing orb floating toward him and Cassie, and later shots in that trailer show Scott initially falling into the quantum realm, tapping his chest like Iron Man to activate his suit, and then immediately grow to giant size so that he can cushion his own fall and land on his feet. Now, we know from the very first trailer that Scott grows to giant size while he's in this quantum realm and he faces Kang's fleet. However, we've also seen a shot of Scott in a different part of the quantum realm, it seems, where apparently one of his Schrodinger variants makes the mistake of growing to giant size, and that's what causes him to unravel. So for some reason, in that part of the quantum realm, resizing is impossible or just deadly. Either way, everything is inconsistent. I was just out of the country on my honeymoon, and I went on Netflix over there, and I was shocked to see all the stuff that normally is there in American Netflix, but not where I was. That's why it's so important to use NordVPN. With NordVPN, I could switch my virtual location on my device with one click, letting me access streaming services from over 60 countries at no extra cost. This opens up a smorgasbord of stuff to watch that I wouldn't be able to access without NordVPN. NordVPN is also the fastest VPN out there, so you won't have to sacrifice speed for sake of your shows. It's what we use at New Rockstars offices, and let me tell you, it's fast. For the price of just one cup of coffee a month, I get to have premium cybersecurity on 6 devices and gain access to streaming services from over 60 countries at no extra cost. It's also available on every platform. To grab your exclusive NordVPN deal, go to nordvpn.com/newrockstars to get a huge discount off your NordVPN plan plus a bonus gift. NordVPN is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try NordVPN completely risk-free. Just click the link in the description to get started. We should pause here to focus on the fact that Scott has a suit with a chest button. It's completely new for him. Something closer to the nanotechnology we saw Tony Stark wearing under his clothes, like the Mark 50 suit in Avengers Infinity War. He could just kind of tap it and go right in the middle of the street. Previously, Scott has always had to awkwardly, slowly suit up into that motorcycle jumpsuit. It wasn't convenient at all. Clearly, now it has been upgraded. So in the time since Avengers Endgame, the Pym family has been busy. So the simplest explanation for how Scott is able to resize so effectively on a subatomic level is that the quantum realm isn't just the loose space between atoms of our universe, it's its own separate realm, and the portal to this realm can only be accessed by shrinking to a subatomic scale. Like, imagine going from one large room that we're in right now to another large room that's right beside us, but the door to that room is really small.
Come on in! It's your master bedroom! Ow, my nose!
In 2018's Ant-Man and the Wasp, when Hank Pym enters the quantum realm, we clearly see it passing through some barrier membrane, which bends from the momentum of the ship and then pierces to let him through and seals after he passes. So once you're on the other side of that door, you're in a new realm and you can grow and shrink as you normally would when you're in that realm. Though, obviously, once you're in this realm, the topography and the physics of it have their own surreal qualities. Actually, the acid trip that was a quantum realm in the 2018 film seems to now have a more tangible structure. There's flora, there's fauna, there's civilizations with bars and organized militaries. So clearly, gravity and breathable air must exist. Also, we know that growing and shrinking must be possible from the 2018 film. Remember when Hank and Janet left the quantum realm in that shuttle, the shuttle began to grow a few sizes as it was still on its way out of the quantum realm. Really, all this brings up the mystery of the general layout and the map of the multiverse in the MCU, and how realms like the quantum realm fit into the universes, like the alternate universes we saw in Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, where is everything. The movie Everything Everywhere All at Once depicted its multiverse as a plane of bagels that can get linked together in a chain or slingshotted around each other like pinballs. So is it that hard for the MCU to come up with its own visual aid? It seems like every movie, every Disney Plus show are coming up with their own way to try to explain it, and they're all really bad at it. And then in this movie, Janet describes the quantum realm as
It's a secret universe beneath ours.
Okay, beneath, got it. But is beneath really the best way to describe where it is directionally? Like, isn't it really between ours or inside of ours or like metaphysically cat-corner to ours? Saying the quantum realm is beneath us is like saying hell is beneath us, which is silly. Hell is just something Mephisto made up to scare kids. Nothing's worse than the nightmare of existence we're living in right now. All of this is to say, I think this movie is going to require us to bend our linear understanding of space and instead see dimensions as shadow realms that are layered on top of our own and then also like inside of our own. Like filters we'd be able to see with just the right lens. And PIM particles are the key to all of it. They allow for dimension hopping because when you shrink down subatomic, the laws of physics no longer apply, and you get into quantum mechanics, which operate on their own theoretical rules. So if shrinking from our normal plane of existence to a subatomic scale allows access to the quantum realm, a separate dimension, shrinking between the atoms of that dimension may allow Scott to access an even deeper dimension, and that could be where we see Scott and his Schrodinger variants in the trailer footage. And at that level, resizing just isn't possible. You're not even a physical entity at that point. You're just like a hypothetical possibility of an entity, like the abstract thought section of the mind in Pixar's Inside Out, or the limbo layer of Christopher Nolan's Inception. This is really the darkest, most confusing pit of despair for the hero where nothing really makes sense. It's also kind of like the Tesseract sequence in Interstellar. We're literally in a giant plot hole here, and the way you get out of it is some kind of clever repositioning of things that makes sense in an emotional way. In Scott's case, using the logic of his own nature, an ant-man, and thus he and his variants stack the way ants do. So the PIM particle isn't just the key to the gateway of the quantum realm, it's also the ticket to the Nexus Forge of the multiverse. Shrinking, ladies and gents, what was once the campiest visual joke of the MCU is now the scariest thought experiment that's being put into practice. No wonder why Kang wants Ant-Man more than any other Avenger. A reminder to subscribe to our new channel, The Deep Dive, launching February 17th, and hey, you may have noticed me wearing this new shirt. This is actually a custom shirt inspired by Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania that you can get at our merch store, nerdriot.shop. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at EAVoss. Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to New Rockstars for more analysis of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.